Tarot with Viper, Capricorn. We're going to get into a reading. I got some channeled messages from Spirit. They were all visual. I saw a swirling circle that turned into the Ouroboros. It then shifted into a raven, and it zoomed in on the raven's eye. And it was so intense looking into the raven's eye. The image then expanded out, and I could see the raven above the swirling hole, and the raven flew into the hole. I've done some research into what this might mean, so I'm going to share with you now. The swirling circle is cycles, shifting and turning. It's also a representation of the evolution of the soul. There's a cyclical nature of existence. Now with the raven, the eye represents far-reaching sight, divine wisdom, and perceiving hidden truths. The raven flying into the hole is the great mystery of a void, drawing energy from the unknown and releasing it into new forms. It's thought of as crossing a threshold from ignorance to knowledge. It was very profound and deeply spiritual experience. I've got a new deck here, Kim Cran's. It's a pocket deck, so it's a little one. So I pulled some cards out because I heard Spirit say pull cards. And so I pulled some cards out, and we got the Nine of Wands, which is boundaries. So this is coming out in the past, that there's been boundaries implemented. The Six of Cups, around a past connection from childhood. This could be childhood friendships, a lover from the past. The Mother of Swords came out, and look how she's staring. It felt very profound, the look in her eye. It reminded me of the raven's eye. And so this Mother of Swords, is I'm taking it as the past person from your childhood. They might be coming around to reach out. Now in the Kim Cran's book, it talks about the Six of Cups being a very positive experience, that this is rejuvenated and that this connection will be worth your time. The Mother of Swords archetype is an air element, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So it could be a person with that sort of placement or that energy, very intellectually stimulated. It could be, which I thought was interesting, and I resonate with this, a single mother, a widow, a woman that has gone through a big shift in their life, and they sit on top of this sword knowing and holding knowledge. And then the Three of Pentacles came out as the final card. So it feels like this connection has transmuted and alchemized, and that there's going to be teamwork. I was going to say alchemy. So you could be very spiritually tied to each other. I'm kind of getting this energy of, like, maybe you've done a past life, or you've been friends in past lives. Now with the Three of Pentacles as well, I know that it sits at the bottom of this mountain. And so there's going to be a great journey here. It's not going to be easy. Okay, so it was really fascinating, and I'm actually going to pull out some tarot now and see what wants to come out for you, Capricorn. Okay, what's this situation? I think we've already kind of got a gist, but we'll see what Spirit says. Ooh, Five of Swords, conflict. So you might have had a conflict with this person in the past. I'm noting how this person's walking away, these people. So again, I'm getting that there's been, a childhood friendship, love relationship from the past where there's been some real mental anguish. Your energy. What's Capricorn's energy? Five of Cups. Deep sadness. So you really mourned the loss of this friendship or this connection in the past. But if this person turned around, they'd see that there's still two more cups. I'm not sure if, I also see the star on the bottom. I'm not sure, but I'm going to ask, is this about the loss of this friendship or this person from the past? Is it about the loss of this friendship, the Five of Swords, or is this an external influence? Eight of Wands. So it is about this person from the past. Okay, so your energy is deep sadness, and the situation is there's been a conflict, words spoken, manipulation that's happened in this situation. What's the obstacle? Healing. Yeah, I saw the star on the bottom. That's an obstacle to heal this connection, to heal this friendship. Okay. Now, I am getting this element of friendship, but it could be a love connection. It could be a family member from the past. It's someone that you have these childhood memories with. But I feel like there's a threshold to cross with this energy. And I'm really drawn to the Kim Kran's book and how she spoke about the Six of Cups being a beautiful connection, that it will work in your favor. It will work. Okay? What's the outside energy challenging Capricorn at the moment? Strength. So you're finding it hard to feel strong in this experience. I heard ego. So I'm not sure. I feel like that's your ego coming in a bit. What I feel like saying around this is, you know, we have these connections and then they fall out. And I think we get stuck in the notion that people can't change, that they're going to be that same person for the rest of their life. And the soul evolves, okay? And two things can be true at once as well. I like the duality of thinking about it like that, is they can still have personality traits, but they can also have grown and shifted. Okay, so the outside energy challenging you is strength. So you're feeling a level of hurt is how it's coming through. What's the outcome? Wow, Wheel of Fortune. So a change, a shift in the wheel. I feel like this is a positive thing. And I am being drawn to this Three of Pentacles that I pulled with the Kim Kran's deck. This is teamwork. It's working together, but it's also like notoriety. Oh, I struggle to say that word. So it's, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's kind of like when you reach a really high level because of the teamwork that you've done. Okay, so what's some advice for, like the Wheel of Fortune is beautiful. What's the advice? Ooh, we got a few. Ooh. Two of Pentacles and Temperance. So the advice is to temper your energy right now. To alchemize something. And it feels like you're really juggling whether or not you should come through. Okay, let's ask. Now, the imagery on these Kim Kran's cards are quite unique. And so I've not used them yet because I'm still kind of getting used to what each of them means. So apologies if one card comes out and I've got to really look at the book and figure out what it is. It feels like you're juggling whether or not you should let this connection in. And there's something deep emotions. The water represents our emotional world. And look at the waves in the back. And then you look at temperance and the water is still. And he's actually moving the water effortlessly between these two cups. And so your advice is to take that deep emotion that you're feeling at the moment, the resistance to this situation, and try to alchemize it. The obstacle is to heal this connection. And what I'm being really drawn to from your notes is that it says crossing a threshold from ignorance to knowledge. And so there was some ignorance here. 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups. But the outcome is the Wheel of Fortune, a new cycle coming in. And we have that with the swirling that I saw in the Ouroboros, was that this is the cyclical nature of existence. And so people will come back around when we need them. I just saw 11:11 on my clock, when we need them. And I'm being reminded of this too. I've had childhood friends come in at a time when my whole world was collapsing, and it felt like Spirit put them on my path to help me so I wasn't alone. And so if that's the situation here, can you think of it in this way? Is Spirit putting this person back into my life so that so I'm not alone in this, whatever that situation might be? Let's get some advice from the Kim Crayons. What's the advice for Capricorn? The Lovers and the Father of Swords. So you're feeling like deep emotion, and like your energy is the 5 of Cups, which again is, I wanted to say crying over spilt milk kind of vibe, but if he turned around, he would see there's more cups waiting for him. That just because things were spilt in the past doesn't mean it's all gone. And so with these deep emotions that you're feeling, and the obstacle being healing and all this emotional energy, the advice is to step into your mind a little bit more. You see that Father of Swords? He's got that sword. He understands that he can wield it however he wants. And the sword represents intellect. With the Lovers, this is stepping more into the vibration of love, because I want to just say all energy is love, which is interesting. The whole purpose of us being here on earth is to experience pure love, right? Unconditional love. Interesting. Can we get some more? I really like this Kim Crayons deck. It's so cute. Ace of Pentacles and Justice. Whoa. I'm hearing karmic justice. I also am noticing how these cats' tails, I think they're cats, they swirl around this world, this globe, and it feels like they're touching in the middle to bring into balance. And so this person might be very healing for you, might be very imbalanced for your energy. And there's a new potential here to grow something with the Ace of Pentacles. Again, I'm getting that cycle and going down into the middle. Wow, these cards are so powerful. All right, let's pull out Inner Temple Oracle for Capricorn. What's some healing or advice that we can give to Capricorn? Staying quiet. Do I have the wrong deck? I haven't heard that. I'm hearing pool. Pool's a card. Okay, Spirit. life force. Again, you see the swirl in the circle. Okay, so I'm getting that this connection is vital to your life force at the moment. I'm not sure if you've gone through a trauma, and I do remember some of Capricorn's previous readings. So this could be around some form of trauma that you're experiencing now or in the past. Life force. That's really beautiful. It feels like this connection is going to revitalize your life force. That card wanted to come out, but it didn't. Give me another one, Spirit. For Capricorn. Interesting how these cards are staying quiet. Oh. Chant, hear me loud, hear me roar, for I am here in my truth. Fire festival, through flame and through song, there will rise a new dawn. And remember I said 11:11 before, look, 11. Okay. Well, like I said with this, right? This past connection, the Kim Krans book says it's going to be a positive experience. And that's what I'm seeing with this, a new dawn. A new dawn. Okay, let's get one more. For Capricorn's highest good, for the highest good of all. Oak, don't just look within, dive deep into eternal realms of knowing. And you're an earth sign, that's very Capricorn for you. You're very grounded. And what I'm getting pulled into is dive deep into the eternal realms of knowledge. And in the book it says, great mystery avoid, drawing energy from the unknown and release it in new forms. The swirling cycle is the evolution of the soul, perpetual motion. I'm gonna read the oak. 27. That's the number on the card. 87. Wisdom isn't a static thing. It evolves, changes, it adapts as you learn new ways of knowing. Before you can be wise, you must be willing to accept that you don't have all the answer. Perhaps what you knew to be true is now directly opposite. And that's what I was talking about with the duality, right? Two things can be true at once. A person could still be healing, but completely changed in a different way. And it's the truth for you too. Opposite from what you currently believe, or perhaps who you thought you were supposed to be when you were younger, is now completely different from who you actually are. Just like wisdom, your goals will evolve. Some goals will be left behind while others will morph into something else entirely. It's important to regularly check back in with you, with where you are to make sure you are still situated on the most illuminated path. If you are confused about your next step, Oak reminds you to reach out to the unseen to support, and that raven eye is telling you to look within the void. What is that void telling you? And I do feel like there's been some hardship right now for you, Capricorn. I don't know what this might be about. It could be a breakdown in a relationship. It could be a family member being sick. It could be so many different things, a work drama, and Spirit's coming in to offer you a new potential to rebuild something, to build something from the past, but in a more aligned way. The Spirit and the universe. Oak reminds you to reach out to the unseen support all around you, commune with nature, the spirits, and the universe, and ask them to guide you. Wow. Okay, I just feel like getting one more. This one was a bit longer than my other videos, but I really enjoyed the energy, Capricorn. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. See how she's going through the threshold? The synchronicities have been really beautiful in here. Now, Capricorn, you always have free will to make the best decision for your soul's evolution. I wish you the best, and I love you lots, Cap.